What is up, you guys? It is Thursday, June 8th. I am back from vacation. Been back since almost a week now. Almost a week. Really trying to get into that reset mindset because I was trying to be so good on vacation with the food choices I was making, and I made it pretty good until I banged my head and broke a glass door. And then all bets were off. I kind of just reverted back to my old ways where I don't really think about what the food I'm eating is doing to my body and whether or not it supports my weight loss goals. Even this morning. And once you get into that rut, like it it can snowball quickly to the point where you're literally back where you were a little bit ago. Like I'm back where I was 2 weeks ago. So here we are trying to climb myself out of that mindset again and get into the right mindset of, eating food that supports my healthy lifestyle goals. So I've got scrambled eggs here for breakfast, just with some cut up onion and garlic. And then I made a carrot, apple, ginger juice. I just took a blender. I don't have a juicer. So I just took a blender and blended everything up with like a cup and a half of water. And that's breakfast number 2, because breakfast number 1 was leftover pizza that I got yesterday after I went to the movies with my boyfriend. I was like, we should get dinner. He's like, no, I'm okay. Like, he very clearly was like, we ate a lot of junk food in there, but like, I don't need to add more food. And I was like, same, totally agree. And as he was leaving, I was ordering pizza to get on my way home. And I had a small pizza and I ate all of it. Well, except for 2 pieces. Fell asleep. And those 2 pieces were in my bed with me this morning. And the first thing I did after checking my phone was eat those last 2 pieces of pizza. So, like, this is pretty much bottom again for me. It's that yo-yo, like, dieting thing. I really trying to break that cycle of yo-yo dieting. But here we are again. So, trying to think about what I can do to make this time different. But then also trying to, like, be gracious with myself. Like, I've had these habits for 36 years. So, I can't really expect that in the span of 2 weeks, everything was going to flip and I was never going to get into that mindset again, because actually it's my natural mindset. It's you guys heard of like entropy, where if you don't sort of put in energy into fixing things the way you want them to be, it'll just all go to crap. Like with your room or, anything you try to keep organized and nice, like that's my natural state of like eating habits, is just to like go YOLO and just have anything I want because it's going to taste good. That's my natural state. And so climbing out of that, I have to sort of like box myself in a way that doesn't feel too restrictive. Otherwise, I'm going to say F it and give up. So I'm trying to just like corral myself. But I feel like my emotional eating is like sheep. It's like, oh, that one's over there. Now this one's over there. And now that one's over there. And it's just like so hard to put a gate, like a loving, gentle gate around these emotional eating triggers that'll just sort of help me go in the right direction. So that's where we're at today. I've got a lot to do today. I changed my med school schedule around so that I am just focusing on step 2 from now until when I take it. I have got 6 weeks, which should be plenty, but exam anxiety is a thing, and thinking that you're stupid and dumb is a thing when you're getting all these questions wrong. So it's a whole nother thing we have to tackle. The plan today was to take a practice test while I have energy in the morning. This place is a mess, and so working in this environment feels bad, but I know that if I start cleaning up, I will never take that test today. So we're going to eat breakfast and then get that test done and then just see where we're at. I likely will fail it, but I know that. And so it's really just to put the fear of God in me to be like, you really need to buckle down or else you're going to fail this exam. So that's the purpose. So that's the one thing I have to do today. the one thing. It's several hours later, and I made the mistake of going on YouTube and Googling how to study for step 2, and I've been in a rabbit hole of just hating my life, hating that decision. So I decided to just take a break. I made a tomato basil mozzarella salad for like a quick lunch, and I scheduled an appointment with like the dean of academic achievement at my med school to just like get his perspective on what is like the first thing I should do for step 2 studying, because I'm overwhelmed right now and I haven't even started, which does not bode well for the entire next 6 weeks. It's almost 8. This is dinner. I just have zoodles with some turkey meatballs that I made, and I made a little Parmesan that's vegan with cashews, nutritional yeast, and some spices. In the interim, I did have, after that salad, I had 5 pieces of Dave's Killer White Bread done the right way, smeared with Nutella, and then I took a nap from like 2:30 to 6. So have not yet taken that practice exam and don't know if I will today, but maybe. Anyhow, that's it for the eating. This is going to be dinner, and I'm going to try really hard to not have dessert. I'll just have some tea and let that be it for today. And I will check in with you guys tomorrow. I am up in weight, and that is no surprise. I have been eating whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. I even got like takeout breakfast one day that was like $18 of just like, it was like 2 meals in one. It was like 4 meals in one, and I did not need to eat it anyhow. I'm up today from where I originally started posting it on YouTube, trying to combat that by getting back down. I was really craving like milk and cereal, but trying to make it healthier or have more protein and fiber. So I got these cornflakes, which have 31 grams of carbs per serving, but then also 7 grams of fiber. And they've got only 5 grams of included sugar, so there's more fiber than sugar, which is a good thing, and 5 grams of protein. So I've got 2 servings of that in here. And then I blended up a serving of Greek yogurt with a little bit of oat milk to try to make it like a runny yogurt, which doesn't sound appetizing, but I'm thinking I'm going to like replace it as the milk in this cereal dish. So I've got my yogurt, and then I'm going to top that with some blueberries. And I'm hoping that this tastes like milk and cereal, but a little bit more protein, a little bit more fiber than your traditional milk and cereal. That's breakfast. And then since I didn't get my exam done yesterday, I know I can't do it here. I'm going to walk to the library. That will give me exercise and steps. Take my exam there, it's 4 hours, and then walk to a coffee shop. Give me also more steps and change up scenery, make me like want to actually study, and then walk home. So if I do all of that, that would be 4 miles of walking. So I'm sort of like building activity into my day so that I don't have to be like, oh my God, I have to exercise. It's supposed to rain, but I'm gonna bring an umbrella and I'm just gonna do it anyways. So that's the plan for today. Wish me luck. For lunch, I am packing this air-fried broccoli rabe with shallot and garlic and leftover turkey meatballs that I made for dinner last night. Oh, and a side of blueberries. Finally home. I walked a ton today, I think almost 4 miles, over 13,000 steps, so that's great. And for dinner, I am having, this is salmon with arugula, half of an avocado, one tomato, and just some ice water for dinner.